Jl'hoops back with another video. Now, I know it is Jimmy on the series. Talk about basketball. The topic I'll talk about today is a team right behind me, the Detroit Pistons. It's a team that you have to watch out for. A team that forced the Knicks to Game 6. A team that I'm saying is one of the scariest teams in the East to me. The scariest team in the East. I'm saying is I'm not picking up to win the finals, but I'm picking up to go to the finals maybe this year. Because I don't trust the Cavs. I don't trust the Knicks. So I'm picking this team. And I know a lot of people might say, hey, Jimmy, why not take the Magic? Why not choose the Hawks? But hey, I'm gonna tell you in this video why. But before I start this video, I need a like, comment, subscribe to Jl'hoops, his cases on, and follow me on social media Unstoppable. And I don't know why you're not subscribed to Jl'hoops. Come on now. 105 subscribers, let's get that up to 110, get to 114. Come on now. You guys subscribe to Jl'hoops. And if you're watching the video, how you not liking the video? That makes sense. How you not liking it? And how you not subscribing? That makes sense. Come on now. It makes sense right here. But I won't talk too much, so get the video started. Alright, we gotta talk about this because the NBA season is about to start next month. We got 1 month left, October 21st, and I'm not gonna talk about NBA players. I ain't gonna talk about that, but I'm talking about this one team in the East. And people said the East is weak this week. And with Jason Tatum out this year, Damian Lillard, who went to Blazers on a different team, Tyrese Halliburton out this year. You got one of the top two teams out. Definitely that fair player. And Cavs and Knicks, people are saying Cavs and Knicks definitely going to make it to the finals. What are those two teams, right? I think we're saying a different team right now. I think a scary team to me, who could make it to the finals, who could upset the Cavs or upset the Knicks, who was close to upset the Knicks in the first round. And to me, the scariest team in the East, I think their dark horse is the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons I'm talking about right now. The Detroit Pistons are dark horse. They're the scariest team. Now, I know what you guys think is, hey, Jimmy, Orlando Magic, they got Desmond Bane, they got Paulo, they got Fast. I'm not very high on Magic. I'm not very high on them all. I don't think they're good on a great legacy team. And to me, when you're one of the worst offense in the NBA last season, to me, you're telling me they're going to be a top 3 team in the East and be big like that? I don't know. I don't know about that one. And then people might say the Hawks. I get it. They made great moves. I understand that. But who's the second option? Jerry Johnson only played 34 games last year. You say we Jackson Victor said the second option? Like, who's the second option of that team? You're telling me they're going to make a big rise and a team that was just in play-in to this big rise? Yes, I understand it. Don't count Boston out. Not counting Boston out most definitely. But Boston not, while Jason Tatum, I don't see them going far that much. But Detroit is on the lookout to me. Cade is a superstar, most definitely. First time All-Star last year, he was averaging 27 points a game when they're on a 10-game winning streak or longer than that. They were on a 28-14 in the month of January and had one of the best bunkers in the month of January. Cade was averaging 27 points a game, 8 point rebounds a game, 8.9 rebounds, 8.9 assists per game. And to me, this Detroit team, not just about Cade, they have a good core around them. Jalen Duren, who's a great center, who's a great unplayed player over there, and the perfect center to them, to me. Remind me a lot of George Jordan, who was on the Lob City when he was on the Clippers. Remind me of that. All types of Chandler, most definitely, I'll say most definitely. But they're good. Definitely, I like him a lot. Definitely a great center. Definitely, I like them on the Pistons. I definitely think the Pistons have one right there. They have a great core around it with Duren, Sir Thompson, and then they have, a lot of young guys, a lot of good bench. Like, this team is promising. This team is good. To me, this team can make a run in the playoffs. They were close to make a run last year. I think they can make a run this year, most definitely. Except because who's a good coach who showed it again and again that the Cavs were a top 5 team during the season, the top 3 team during the season. And to me, you got to look at it like this. Milwaukee, they don't have nobody since Giannis. I'm going to say they have good role players, but they have nobody else Giannis over there. And they're not going to be a top 5 team. To me, I think Detroit can upset a lot of teams. Yes, I get it. They lost Mick Beasley and stuff. We all heard the news about him. But they replaced good players for him. Caris LeVert, Dirk Robinson. I love Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert could be a great, promising role player over there. Great player over there. Caris LeVert could score buckets. He could be a great point guard over there. Great shooting guard over there. He could play any role to replace Dennis Schroeder. And then Dirk Robinson, yes, he's a streaky shooter, but he's still a shooter, though. He could be a great player with Cade, though. You got, a good bench over there. And to me, if they make one more trade to get another star on this team, maybe like Siakam, maybe like that, and you got Jaden Ivey coming back, and he could be the star maybe, the backcourt. Because Jaden Ivey already 70 points a game, shooting on 50% field goal, shooting on 56% field goal, shooting. So to me, I'm looking at the Pistons. Let me think about this for a second. Cavs, I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. I said this over and over. Cavs are a great regular season team. Don't mention I trust. Don't mention I great top 5 shooting guard, top 2 shooting guard in the league, right? Top 1. You could put him over at the O's if you want to, right? But I don't trust it because Darius Garland always injured in the playoffs. And Mobley, he looked great. He looked okay. He looked good in the playoffs. But to me, Max Strus, streaky shooter. And then they all have that depth. They had that depth, but I just don't know if I could trust this team. Just like the Knicks. Jay Butler, amazing. Cat, don't trust. He went gone in the playoffs. He the second best player on the Knicks. Mikal Bridges not supposed to be the second best player. Mikal Bridges did great. They're okay. They're good. But he's not supposed to be the second best player. OG is okay. And then they barely have a bench they had last season. Now this season, you brought in Jordan Clarkson, and you brought in the guy from Sixers, Jl'hoops. If I say his name wrong, sorry for saying his name wrong. But they brought in those 2 guys who are good bench. But I just don't know if I could trust them. They have Mike Brown as a good coach, yes. But I'm just saying, to me, the East wide open, I'm saying Detroit, I could pick to make it to the finals. I'm not saying they're my finals pick right now, but I'm saying is Detroit can make a run. Because look, we watched that Knicks vs. Pistons series. Those series were close. Those games was close. Only game without a blowout was number game 1. After game 1, Detroit like, hey, we got this one. They took game 2. They took game 3. They took game 4. And forced to game 6. Now, to me, I'm looking at it like, hey, game 5, game 6 was close. Detroit only lost by 3 points. I understand it. I understand that the series could be different. I understand that every team can be different next year. But I'm looking at Detroit could be promising. From a team that was terrible the year before. For a team that almost beat the Knicks. To me, this year, I think they could win a playoff run. Most definitely. I do have Pistons as my 4th best team in the East. It could be 3rd. Because to me, they were 6th seed, yes. But they could have been 5th and 4th. They could have been right there. They could have been right there, too. They could have been right there with 4th and 5th. They could have been. But to me, they didn't have that. They were just a win over the Bucks. The Bucks will just win over them. That's it. And with the Bucks, women said not doing great this year. Women said letting go of Dame. And they only have Miles Turner. And they have good role players over there, Giannis. But I don't see a top 5 team. I don't see Hawks as big surprising. Yes, they're going to be top 5 to me. And we're going to talk about standings in my next video. But I don't see them promising at all. I don't see right now the East is wide open. I think the Pistons can make it there. They were the top 10 in offense, top 11, top 12 in offense, and top 10 in defense. They were one of the best teams, I think so. And I'm thinking to myself, not winning championship, they're not there yet, I don't think so. But I think it takes them to the finals. If they meet the Cavs second round, meet the Knicks second round, this is a team that you should not be playing around with. You can't play your food with this one, I don't think so. At all. I said that last year in the playoffs. Pistons could upset the Knicks. And they did it, but they're close. So the Knicks couldn't play the food with this one. And I don't think no one could play the food with the Pistons. So definitely. Cade is a superstar. So Thompson, Jada Ivey might be a future all-star. He looked like me. Definitely. And then Jalen Duren, great star, great guy, great player over there. So to me, yes, as your Streetheart, they have a good bench. They have Jay Bickerstaff. To me, they could be promising. But I want to hear you guys down below what you guys think about the Pistons. Who you think can make it to the finals other than the Cavs and Knicks? Do you think in Orlando? Do you think it's the Pistons? Or do you think the Hawks? I'm going with Pistons, my pick. But who below, who do you guys think? Before I go to like, comment, subscribe, Jl'hoops notifications on, and follow me on social media. You guys have a great day. I'm out.